Good evening to one and all. Welcome you all to the Daily Indian Express newspaper analysis for the date 13th to 15th April 2024, brought to you by Ganesh IAS Academy. Okay, let's get into the today's newspaper analysis. Mentioned here are the list of articles which we are going to have the analysis in the upcoming slides. So have a look into it. Okay, these are all the articles which we are going to have the analysis in the upcoming slide. Let's analyze every article one by one. Volcanic vortex rings. So the news is related to the recent vortex ring. It is a circle kind of a fire that has been erupted by the Mount Etna, which is present in Italy. So this is what the news is about. Let's look into the further details of the news. Details means what is the vortex ring and where the Mount Etna is located and what is the characteristic features of this Mount Etna volcanoes. So this is what the news is about. Let's look into the link of the news with the examination. Under prelims, the news is related to India and world geography, and similarly under mains, it has been related with GS paper 1 through a major topic called geography, under which a subtopic called important geophysical phenomena such as earthquake, tsunami, volcanic activities, cyclone, etc. So this is how the news is related with examination. Let's look into the further details of the news. So this is what the news is about. So Mount Etna, which is the largest volcano in Europe and among the world's, and it is one of the most active iconic volcanoes that is present in the world, has been sending up the ring of smoke into the air. So it will be like this. So this is the Mount Etna volcano, and it is sending the smoke in the form of rings. So that is the reason why it is called as vortex ring, because of the ring shaped smoke which has been emitted by the Mount Etna volcanoes. And let's look into the Mount Etna volcano itself, the details of it. So the Mount Etna has been classified as UNESCO's World Heritage Site on the east coast of the Sicily, which is the island that is present in Italy, the largest island in the Mediterranean Sea itself. Etna's summit has 5 craters, and also it has these 5 major craters are responsible for the eruption, and also there are flanks and minor craters which is present around the Mount Etna's volcanoes, which is also responsible for minor kind of smokes as well as fires that has been happening around the volcanoes. So this is what the thing is, and the Etna's eruptive histories can be traced back 5 lakh years. Since 5 lakhs, we could able to have the evidence with regards to the eruption that has been made by the Mount Etna. Since 1600, at least 60 flank eruption and many more summit eruption. Summit eruption is nothing but the eruption that will be happening at the massive level. In terms of flank, the flank eruption means it is the kind of eruption that will be happening at the minimal level. And this is one thing, data with regards to the eruption that has happened since 1600. In recent year, the summit eruption occurred in 2006, 2007, and 2000 and 2 times during 2012 and in 2018 as well as 21 time period. These are all the time period that where the summit eruption happened in Mount Etna's. So this is what the thing is, and vortex rings are generated when gas is nothing but the water vapor is released through the vent that is present in the crater. So this is a kind of vent where the smokes will be coming out from the lavas that is present underneath the volcanoes. The vent has opened up in Etna's crater, and it is almost perfectly circular. So the smoke we could able to see that is coming out outside the vent is perfectly circular. That is the reason why it is called as ring. The volcano scientists are saying is that the rings are produced by the explosion of the gas within the narrow conduit, which shoots this narrow conduit will be shooting the gases towards the atmosphere. So while traveling towards the atmosphere, it gets hit by the walls that is present in the volcanoes, as a result of which it gets slowed down when it is coming out because of the friction that is happening between the smoke as well as the walls of the volcanoes. And this is what the thing with regards to the vortex ring is about, and this phenomenon was observed at Etna and Vesuvius in Italy during 1724, and it is been documented in an engraved plate. So this is the first kind of evidence that has been obtained, material evidence with regards to the vortex ring, which was recorded during 1755. In recent times, this volcanic vortex rings have been observed at several spots like Red Bouts in Alaska and Tungara in Ecuador. So these are all the different places as well as mountains where this kind of vortex rings have been seen. And this vortex ring is same like the dolphin that is releasing the round ring shaped water. So how the dolphin will be releasing the ring shaped water is, it will be compressing the water in the mouth, and it will be creating a pressure while releasing the water outside. As a result of the pressure, a ring shaped water will be formed when the water is coming out from the dolphin. Such a kind of phenomenon is also been observed in the Mount Etna's volcanic eruption, where the ring shaped smoke has been formed because of the pressure that has been developing under the lavas which is present under the mountain, that is the volcanic mountain. And Etnas and the rings. No volcano on earth produce as many vapors, vapor ring like Etna. In July 23, it is reported that Etna produce dozens of gas rings every day, and in recent times it is producing more rings when compared to the previous year. So this is what the details with regards to the rings, vortex rings that has been released by Mount Etna is about. And what are the things which we needed to be further aware of? We should be aware of, so what are the different types of volcanoes that is present, and what are the different types of mountains that is present, and we should be aware of the earth formation as well as the tectonic plates, how it has been formed, and what are all the different types of tectonic plates have been present, and what are all the major plates as well as minor plates have been present. So these are all the things which we needed to be further aware of, and with this we have reached the end of this topic. Heat waves rise in electricity demand. So recently regulations have been passed by the government with regards to the operationalizing the gas based power plant until June 30. So there won't be any kind of leave or maintenance gap that will be made during this time period because of the high electricity demand that has been made by the people or the consumers because of the increase in the heat waves. So this is what the thing with regards to the news is about. Let's look into the details linkage of the news with the examination. Under prelims, the news is related to economic and social development. Similarly, under mains, it has been related with infrastructure, energy, ports, roads, railways, airports, etc. So this is how the news has been related with the examination. So let's look into the explanation of the news. Center has directed all the gas-based power plant, as I said, to operationalize their function from May 1 to June 30 without any gap or leave. So gap will be arising because of the maintenance, upgrading of the equipments or the maintenance of the equipments. Whenever there is a maintenance of equipments or the upgrading of equipments is taking place means, then there will be a gap in terms of the operation will be happening. Such a kind of things will never happen during this time period. This is what the direction that has been made by the central government to all the gas-based power plant that is present in India. Gas-based units with a combined capacity of 25 gigawatts are likely to operationalize every day until June 30. So this is what the details of the news is about. Let's look into what are the other details of the news. The order has been passed under Section 11 of Electricity Act 2003. So currently, a significant portion of gas-based installed capacity is unutilized in India due to commercial consideration. Why? Because the operational cost of the gas-based power plant is very high. So out of which the because of the commercial consideration, if they are going to operationalize the gas-based power plant, frequently means the operational cost will get increased. As a result of which, the loss will be occurring, which in turn will be leading to deficit or loss in their books, final record which they are recording. And the gas-based power plants holding the power purchase agreement with the distribution licensees shall be allowed to offer their power first. So if the power purchase agreement that has been made with the distribution companies are hesitating to buy the electricity means, then the gas-based power plant can look up for the market. They can able to sell the electricity in the market. So this is what the guidelines that has been issued by central government with regards to the coal gas-based power plants. And government have also formed a high-level committee which is being headed by the chairman of Central Electricity Authority. And prior to this, government has also taken measures like expedition of new capacities, shifting of maintenance of power plants to monsoon season, as well as supply of surplus power to the exchanges. So these are all the various steps that has been made by government to increase or mobilize the electricity during this time period when the demand is peak because of the increased heat waves at the summer season. So let's look into Grid India. What does it means about, and what is the speciality of it? So its mandate is to oversee the seamless as well as uninterrupted operation of the Indian power system, ensuring efficient transfer of its job is to ensure efficient transfer of electric power within and across the region and facilitating the transnational power exchange. It consists of 5 regional load dispatch center as well as the centralized national dispatch center, and it is one of the world's largest and most intricate power systems that has been present right now. So this is what the thing with regards to the Grid India is about. Let's look into what are all the things which we needed to be further aware of along with the news. Firstly, we should be aware of the coal-based power plant. What are all the different types of coal-based power plant that is present in India, and what type of coal that has been imported by India majority. And thirdly, we should also be aware of what are the different kinds of the different sources of electricities that has been made by India. We should be aware of the energy mix. So what percentage of electricity that has been made from coal-based power plant, what percentage of electricity that has been made from solar power plant, so on and so forth. That's a kind of energy mix we should be aware of. And these are all the things we should be aware of apart from the news. And with this, we have reached the end of this topic. What is Dragon Egg Nebula? So the news is related to the galaxies where the Milky Way galaxy, where the Dragon Egg Nebula, which is the 2 stars that is present inside the gas or the dust that has been surrounding the 2 stars. So this is what the thing is about. Let's look into the linkage of the news with the examination, and then it will be followed by the analysis of the news. So under prelims, the news is related to general science. Similarly, under mains, it is related to awareness in the field of IT, space, computers, robotics, nanotech, biotechnology, and issues relating to high PR. So this is how the news has been related with examination. Let's look into the explanation part of the news. So 2 large stars residing inside the lump of dust or the gas is called as Dragon Egg Nebula. So these are all from the picture we could able to see that this is what the gas or the lump of the gas looks like, and this is where the 2 stars that has been present. So we could able to see that it is like an egg. So that is the reason why it is called as Egg Nebula, and it is being given dragon egg because of the dragon stars that has been present beside the nebula. That is the reason why it is called as Dragon Egg Nebula. They are puzzling the astronomers since its inception because of the magnetic field presence, like our sun. Because among the 2 stars, one star has the magnetic field, which is whose intensity or the energy level is equal to the sun, while the other star doesn't have any kind of magnetic field. So this is what the characteristics of this twin star is about. This characteristics basis hasn't been understood by the astronomers for many years, and they have found the reason for the magnetic field that has been present in one star and the absence of the magnetic field that is present in the other star. So this is what the thing which we are going to see in the upcoming slides. So what's the new research found? The bigger star gobbed up the smaller star, and the mixing of their stellar materials has led to increased dust as well as the lump of the gas particles, and this collision, that is the larger star swallowing the smaller star, will be violent, and these two, and as a result of the process, the 2 stars will be emerged, and the material because of the collision will be thrown out, as a result of which the lump of the gas that has been formed, and because of this collision also these twin stars have been formed. And the computer simulators have also previously predicted that the blending of the stellar materials such could be leading to the magnetic field in the star that has been produced from the merge. And the two remaining stars, that is the two stars that has been formed because of the collision, will be gravitationally bound to each other. So they are called as binary system and are located in our Milky Way galaxy, which is about 37,000 light years from the Earth. And what the light year is? A light year is the distance that the light travel in a year. It will be roughly around 9.5 trillion kilometer. So what do we know about the Dragon's Egg Nebulae? So Dragon's Egg is so named because it is located relatively near a larger nebulae complex called Fighting Dragons of Hera. So this is what that is the reason why it is called as Dragon Egg Nebulae. The star inside the Dragon Egg appears to have started their inception was traced to be 4 to 6 million years ago because of the triplet system. So what is this triplet system? Three stars that are born at the same time and gravitationally bound to each other. This is what is called as triple system. And this triple system's two innermost member called as the large stars. This triple system contains two innermost members, and these two innermost members are the stars, and in that one star will be large and another star will be small, and this large star is 25 to 30 times the mass of the sun, and the smaller one is the 5 to 10 times the mass of the sun. So this is what the size of this nebulae or the stars that is present inside the nebula is about. And the massive one evolved quickly when compared to the smaller one. The outer layer, the massive stars outer layer have engulfed the smaller stars, as a result of which because of this collision, a gust of the lump of the dust have been formed around these two stars. And this occurred very recently. This kind of collision has occurred very recently in cosmic time scale, which is about 7,500 years ago. So this is what the details of the Dragon Nebula is about. And what are the things which we needed to be further aware of is, we should be aware of what is star formation, we should be aware of planet formation as well as sun and moon formation. So these are all the things which we needed to be further aware along with the news, and with this we have reached the end of this topic. FPI infused over 13,000 crore in equities in April. So during the April month, for the first 15 days, the 13,000 crore have been inserted in the portfolio investment by the foreign investors. So this is what the news is about. Let's look into the link of the news with the examination. Under prelims, the news is related to economic and social development. Similarly, under mains, it has been related with GS paper 3 through a major topic called economic development, under which a subtopic called Indian economy and issues relating to planning, mobilization of resource, growth, development and employment. This is how the news has been related with examination. So let's look into the explanation part of the news. The foreign investors have infused over 13,300 crore in the Indian equities in the first 2 weeks of the April month. Due to resilient domestic economy with a promising growth prospect that has been predicted by World Bank as well as IMF and the other world institutions. And let's look into what is this foreign portfolio investment is. It refers to the purchase as well as the holding of wide array of foreign financial assets like bonds, equities, stocks, etc. And the investor will not have any kind of managerial functions. In terms of FDI, the investor will have the authority or decision making authority with regards to the managerial decisions or the policy decisions that have been formed by the organizations. This is what the difference between FPI as well as FDI. And foreign portfolio investors have the access to large range of investment instruments like stocks, bonds, mutual funds, derivatives, etc. And FPI generally intends to invest money into the foreign countries' stock market to generate quick return. So this is what the details of the foreign portfolio investment is about. And in terms of regulation, SEBI is the regulating body of FPI, and FPI in India refers to investment group or the qualified financial investors as well as the foreign institutional investors. So these are all the different kinds of names that have been referred in India with regards to the FPI. So this is what the thing is. Let's look into the advantage of it. So investors have the freedom to diversify. That is, as we have seen in the previous slide, foreign portfolio investor could able to invest in many of the investment instruments, like in the case as we have seen, mutual funds, stocks, bonds, equities, etc. Such a kind of variety of instruments are available under which the investors can able to invest. And secondly, the portfolio investors can able to take the advantage of the exchange rate difference which has been arising at the global level. Thirdly, from the perspective of the industries, it is the one of the source for mobilizing their capital. So this is what the advantage it has. Secondly, in terms of disadvantages, so they are prone to overnight flight. If there is any kind of economic turmoil that is happening in particular country, means then the FPI investors will be taking back the money very fast when compared to the FDI. So this is what the lagnate has, and what are the things which we needed to be further aware of along with the news. We should be aware of what is FDI and what are the different things that will be constituting FDI. Secondly, we should be aware of FDI policy. Thirdly, we should be aware of what is current account as well as the capital account. So these are all the things which we needed to be further aware of, and with this we have reached the end of this topic. Let's move on to today's practice prelims question. Mentioned here is the today's practice prelims question. So those students, those who are watching the session online, please do comment the option point for the question which you are seeing right now on the board. So with this, we have reached the end of today's session. So do like, comment, share as well as subscribe Ganesh's YouTube channel so that you will be receiving daily current affairs session notification and also weekly environment as well as science and tech notification, and also any other important session that will be brought to you in the future by Ganesh Academy. Thank you.